You know when you're watching the news and you see those little scrolling tickers with all the global currencies flashing by and you just kind of wonder how it all connects? Well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're unpacking the ultimate Forex trading blueprint, pulling the core concepts straight from the Forex book for beginners. We're going to demystify currency trading step by step, really acting as a kickstart to your journey into what is honestly just an incredibly exciting, super fast-paced world.
Let me ask you right off the bat, are you completely new to Forex trading? If you are, just take a deep breath. Don't worry, it is totally normal to feel like you're looking at a completely foreign language at first. I mean, the global foreign exchange market is absolutely massive, and honestly, the concepts can feel pretty overwhelming. But that's exactly why we're doing this explainer today. We're going to break all of those intimidating textbook concepts down into simple, everyday language. No confusing jargon, just clear, actionable stuff designed specifically to give you a rock-solid foundational understanding of the market. Here's our roadmap for today. We're covering 6 fundamental pillars: introduction to Forex, currency pairs, market analysis, risk management, trading strategies, and finally, trading psychology. Let's jump right into step 1.
Section 1, Introduction to Forex. We're looking at the basics, the terminology, and the trading hours.
Moving on to Section 2, Currency Pairs. It's time to decode what it is we actually trade.
All right, so the market basically drops these currency pairs into 3 specific buckets: major, minor, and exotic. The major pairs, well, these are the heavyweights. They literally always include the US dollar, and they're the most frequently traded across the entire globe. Then you have minor pairs. These connect other major global currencies, but they leave the US dollar totally out of the equation. And finally, exotic pairs. These link a major currency with the currency of a developing or emerging economy. You really got to know exactly which sandbox you're playing in, major, minor, or exotic, because that dictates literally everything about the market dynamics you're going to face.
Section 3, Market Analysis. You know what to trade, but how do you know exactly when to trade?
To figure that out, successful traders definitely don't just guess. They rely on 2 primary analytical approaches. On one hand, we've got fundamental analysis. This is where you're looking outward at the real world. You're interpreting major economic indicators and reacting to breaking news events. So when a country drops new economic data, fundamental analysts are all over it to gauge the currency's strength. On the flip side, we have technical analysis. This is all about looking inward at the market's own historical data, interpreting charts, studying past price movements, and finding those repeating patterns. Basically, it's a balancing act, right? Looking at the real-world news versus looking at the historical charts. Mastering both is what really lets you make truly informed trading decisions.
Section 4, Risk Management. Shielding your capital. Because, hey, knowing how not to lose your money is just as critical as knowing how to win it.
So, the absolute crucial point here is your primary shield, the stop-loss order. This is a mechanism set in place to protect your capital from a major market downturn. Think of a stop-loss order as an automated, absolute shield for your investments. It's a predefined line in the sand. If the market suddenly turns against your position, boom, the stop-loss order automatically yanks you out of the trade before a tiny, manageable loss spirals into a devastating one. It essentially takes all that human hesitation, that maybe it'll bounce back feeling, totally out of the equation when cutting your losses.
Building directly on that, there are 2 insider concepts you absolutely have to comprehend: risk-reward ratios and position sizing. These are the essential calculations you use to balance potential risk against potential reward before you ever pull the trigger on a trade. Position sizing tells you exactly how much of your total capital is actually safe to risk on just one single trade. Meanwhile, the risk-reward ratio makes sure the potential payout actually justifies taking that risk in the first place. Let me assure you, wrapping your head around these concepts is totally non-negotiable if you want to survive out there. Section 5, Trading Strategies. It's time to put it all into action.
A solid, structured trading plan really just follows a simple 3-step process. Step 1, identify your entry and exit points before you even think about clicking buy or sell. You need to know exactly where you're jumping in and exactly where you're bailing out. Step 2, set your exact profit targets so you can actually lock in those gains. You've got to know what your specific financial goal is for that trade. And step 3, actively manage your trades while they're live. This keeps you completely in the driver's seat, making sure your trade moves systematically from start to finish.
And finally, Section 6, Trading Psychology. Getting the mindset for success.
To really make it in the market, you absolutely must develop the mental resilience needed for long-term trading success.
Make no mistake about it, the market is going to test you. You're inevitably going to hit losing streaks, and you'll definitely miss out on some big opportunities. Keeping a positive mindset, managing those twin demons of fear and greed, and staying completely disciplined to your strategy, that's the ultimate secret to surviving the market's natural turbulence. Because without that mental resilience, honestly, even the absolute best technical strategy is eventually going to fall apart.
Which brings us to our final parting question for this explainer. Do you have the discipline to master the market? You've got the blueprint now. You understand the foundational basics, the different currency pairs, how to analyze the market through those two distinct lenses, how to shield your hard-earned capital with risk management, the steps to execute a strategy, and the psychological fortitude required to just endure it all. It's such a thrilling dynamic space to navigate.